Dani, I was wondering if we could really talk. Do you think we could do that? Okay. I was around the same age as you when I found out what my dad... Well, what our dad did when he was in college.
And it didn't make you sick?
Oh, it did. Trust me. It was horrible.
But you got over it.
I wish I could tell you that I did, but it's not something that you
try not to think about. I can't.
No, that's not what I meant.
He stuffed a sweatband in her mouth.
I know that.
Do you? Do you know anything about this girl? She wasn't that much older than us. Her name was Marty Saybrook.
Dani...
He stuffed a sweatband in her mouth and held her down and raped...
Stop, okay?
What?
Cole's Marty's son.
Maybe we should just forget about all of it.
Forget what?
All of it. Just... Find Dani, we just pretend the whole thing never happened.
Oh, you want to forget that you're her father?
She already has a father, doesn't she? Who she loves, apparently. Maybe it's just best to leave well enough alone.
You're Marty Saybrook's son?
He's actually my boyfriend until we get married someday.
You guys are really serious.
We have a baby together.
It's kind of a lot to handle, huh?
Kind of.
No, we've had a little more time.
You must hate Todd's guts.
Yeah, I try not to think about it.
How do you do that?
Practice. And I love Starr. You know, if I spent my days hating him, it'd make her life hell.
I don't think I can pretend that everything's normal when it's not.
Oh, it's just not pretending.
We try not to let what my dad did control our lives.
He wanted to steal your baby. He had it all planned. He was going to raise it like it was his, with your mom.
Yeah, she had had an accident and she didn't remember anything. And yes, he totally took advantage of her.
Again? Oh my God, how do you live with that?
Like I said, I was your age when I found out what my dad had done.
And you found a way to live with it?
Oh, not at first. At first, I felt like my dad had died. The dad that I knew and trusted, that he was gone forever and I was never going to get him back.
But you were angry, right?
Of course I was. I was furious. I hated what he had done, and I hated that I knew about it.
But it's different for you.
How?
You grew up with him. You loved him.
Well, that doesn't mean I wasn't a mess.
Yeah, but you couldn't just cut him out of your life. You didn't have a choice. I do.
So you're just going to pretend that he doesn't exist?
I watched you once.
You did?
Through the window with your dad.
What was I doing?
You were hugging him like a dad. I can't picture myself ever doing that. I can't picture myself ever feeling like that.
Dani.
My mom brought me back here to get along with him, but I don't have to. She can't make me.
No, she wouldn't make you, not if you didn't want to.
How could she not tell me what kind of a man he really is?
She probably figured you wouldn't come if you knew.
Maybe she's smarter than I thought.
She probably wanted you to get to know the part that she knows and the part that I know.
What part is that?
The good part of my dad. The part that she loves.
How? How could any woman love a man like Todd Manning?
Why your mom loves my dad, I just know why I do.
Because you have to.
No, because even though my dad can be screwed up in some ways, he can be really great in others.
Like what?
He lets me do crazy things and say whatever I want, and he loves me.
So you just forget all those other times he did violent things?
I don't really understand it either. It's just that he's had this awful childhood.
Lots of people have awful childhoods and don't rape other people.
I'm just saying that he has all this pain inside of him, and sometimes to make him feel
You're
better,
telling me he can't help himself?
Look, Dani, look, he's his own worst enemy, okay? And he knows that. Okay, I will never forgive him for what he did to my mom. Okay, but he thinks about it every day of his life, and it tortures him.
Do you forgive your dad for what he did to Cole's mom?
it's not for me to forgive. He's still my dad, and I'm not saying that that excuses what he's done, but I love him in spite of it.
I'll never love him. I can't even think about being in the same room as him.
And you don't have to. I just think that you should know that my dad loves his kids. And he would do anything for us. He loves us more than we want him to sometimes.
How many are there?
Oh, well, you. We have two little brothers, Jack and Sam. They can be really annoying, but other times they're really great.
You've got a little niece, too.
Colin and my baby. Her name is Hope.
Yeah, well, I figured the playhouse wasn't for you guys.
If you want, we could show you some pictures.